One of the first questions that buyers ask when I show property is, how long has this property been on the market? It's a very good question, but unfortunately, most buyers don't know how to use the information. It's a natural concern when you are a buyer that you don't want to buy a property where there is something wrong. So the typical thinking of a buyer when they ask this question is, if it's been on the market too long, I don't want to be the village idiot and buy a property that nobody else wants. So if it's on the market for 30, 60, or 90 days, most buyers think that there must be something wrong with this property, otherwise it would have sold. I always question that thinking, because if you are a buyer and you go around and start looking at properties and ask, and you have a preconceived idea that a property should sell within 30 or 60 days, and if it hasn't sold within that time frame, then there must be something wrong with it, you're never going to buy anything. You need to understand that there are multiple factors that may cause a property to stay on the market for longer than what you think is right. There is no right answer. Some properties have been listed at a high price from the beginning, and therefore they're going to take longer to sell as the market adjusts, or the seller adjusts the price down to catch up with the market. Another reason properties don't sell that quickly is because maybe that's the marketplace. Maybe in that neighborhood, properties typically stay on the market for 60 to 120 days. So if the property has been on the market for 90 days, 3 months, it's pretty normal. It's not considered out of the range of the market data. If you know how to use the information and you ask the right questions, you could use actually that information to your advantage for negotiation. Let me give you an example. Let's assume the property has been on the market for 90 days. You ask your buyer's agent what is typical for that neighborhood, not just the marketplace, but specifically for that neighborhood. How long do properties stay on the market there? If the answer is typically everything sells within 60 days, then you can offer less and see if the seller takes your offer. But if the response of the agent is typically properties sell between 60 to 120 days, well, obviously it's within market range. You're not going to be able to use that to your advantage. In the luxury market and for unique properties, it may take sometimes years before a buyer is found. So it's not abnormal or questionable that the property might sit on the market for a year, 2 years, and it's been listed with different agents. So don't miss out on the opportunity to buy your dream property by just misinterpreting the information that you get when you ask that question. Discuss that information with your agent and see if you can use it to your benefit when you make an offer.